Now next concept is organization defined, and let us look into the definition of organization. According to Theo Haiman, an authority in management, organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of the enterprise and establishing the authority relationships among them. In performing the organizing function, the manager defines, departmentalizes and assigns activities so that it can be most effectively executed. Let us look into the definition clearly and in depth. Now, organizing is an process of defining and grouping activities. So first is you're focusing on defining what job is to be done. So what is the job? That is one thing. Second thing is grouping those activities based on some parameter. For example, you're grouping the activities based upon the functions. Let us say marketing jobs or HR jobs or finance jobs, or you can say production. So first is you are defining what is the job itself. As such, what is the job itself? Followed by you are grouping those activities of the enterprise in terms of the function, namely marketing jobs, HR jobs, finance jobs, production related jobs, and so on, and establishing authority relationship among them. So you have to create a network of relationship after defining and grouping those activities. In performing the organizing function, the manager defines and departmentalizes. He defines, departmentalizes and assigns activity so that it can be most effectively executed. So you can find here, first is you have to focus on defining the job functions. That is number one. Second point is grouping the job functions. The third is to assign or allocate or assign the activities. So you can find, as per the definition of Haiman, you can find clearly that the three important features of the definition of the term organization is it defines the job functions, followed by grouping of those particular job functions or activities, and assigning those activities in a prescribed manner in order to ensure that those activities are effectively executed. The purpose is execution. So organization should lead to effective execution of task by identifying different departments based upon job specialization or task specialization in the organization. So now let us look into what are the characteristic features of an organization. An organization can be construed as consisting of behaviors. It is construed as a behavior, set of behaviors of set participants. So it is focusing on behavioral trait of the employees in organization. You talk about behavior in terms of individual behavior, group behavior, employee behavior in the organization. So I can say it's purely focusing on individual behavior, group behavior, and organization behavior. So individual behavior is focusing on individual employees behavior. The same individual, when he or she is in the group, so their behavior, the group behavior, combination of different individuals. So group behavior and individual behavior influences organization behavior. So organization is consisting of a set of behaviors of employees in the organization. Second is it can be equated to a network system of social and cultural relationship. So you can say it is a network system of social and cultural relationship, because the elements in organization are not only technical, it is both non-technical as well as technical. So you can find here, for example, you can say, so human beings are employees, that's one, and other factors, other resources, for example money, material, machinery, method, masses, management policies and procedures, and and also the management system. So you can find out it's a combination of both a human and a non-human factor which is based upon a network system. It's a combination of socio-cultural factors. It could be thought of as an enterprise such as Infosys or Tata Steel. So an example is given here as an enterprise, as an organized unit. So it is an organized unit. It is an organized unit of function. So business as an organized unit of a function which deals with a set of relationship based on role, responsibility, authority, mutual exchange of relationships and so on. So it has, for example, is Infosys, Tata Steel, Wipro, IBM, Accenture, TVS Lucas, whatnot, Walmart, Pepsi, Coca-Cola and so on. So any organization, just now I have named these companies, any organization, Indian companies or multinational corporations come under the category of the concept of organization which projects the basic features of an organization. So a good example is Infosys and Tata Steel, to make you understand how these companies are able to empower their employees effectively, and they are able to produce effectively in terms of bringing out best results. I hope you must have understood the definition of organization, which is focusing on three important things. One is defining the job function, grouping those job functions and activities and departmentalizations, and you come focus on assigning those activities with the role and responsibility based on hierarchy of authority. Next is organization culture. So now we'll focus into what is the culture, how organization culture plays a major role in the organizational dynamics. So let us focus on this organization culture. You can find it is one of the important dimension of organization's internal environment and sets the tone of managerial behavior. Now what is a culture? Let's understand what is a culture. Culture is a concept dealing with norms, procedures, values, vision and other embedded values of the organization as perceived by the employees in the organization. That's called organization culture. So culture is focusing on a long-term sustenance of the business in the market. It's focusing on, for example, let us say Infosys people proudly say, employees proudly say, I'm Infosian, or a Wipro employee may say that I'm a Wiprite. So every individual working in the respective companies, they proudly claim that they belong to a particular organization. So the culture is analyzed in terms of norms, values, procedures, work relationship, ethos, morality, etc. So organization culture plays a major role in shaping the dynamics of employee behavior in the organization. For example, companies have certain culture, ethics, social responsibility, morality, integrity, norms at workplace, code of conduct at workplace, respecting the gender, there is no gender discrimination in the organization, providing equal employment opportunities for employees irrespective of gender, caste, creed, religion, color, race, language, food habits and so on. So you can focus on as a culture, a dimension which plays a major role, which determines the mental health, the physical and mental health of the organization as an entity. So it is focusing on the health status of the organization. So it is focusing on how the organization is able to adapt in the particular competitive environment. If the culture is good, the culture is viable, culture is positive, employees stay back in the organization, they retain the organization and they are able to produce excellent result. If the culture is not conducive, it is negative, not conducive, it's not professional. Quite naturally, employees tend to leave the company, resign for the job and go away. So it becomes an imperative need for the manager to focus on maintaining or sustaining employees in the organization and also other resources in an effective manner by creating and developing and also influencing effective cultural component in the organization. So culture plays a major role. Almost all companies. You take all any MNCs, Walmart, British Airways, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, IBM, Google, Accenture, Toyota Motors, Ford Motors, whatnot. Every company in this world has its own unique or distinct organizational culture. So culture plays a very, very major role in influencing the dynamics of organizational performance, productivity as well as excellence.